We'll get started in a moment. You can do this guided meditation with your eyes open or eyes closed. Regardless, simply become aware of your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through whatever feels most natural and normal. And begin to use your breath to relax the body. Begin to use the breath to ease any physical tension from the body and to ease any mental and emotional tension from the mind. And feeling the bliss that is always here in the present moment. Feeling the peace, the power, the confidence, the conviction that is always here in the present moment. There is only ever one thing that can get in your way, and it is your own mind. The only thing that can get in your way are thoughts produced by your mind. And those thoughts, if we do not give them our energy or our attention, fade away and have zero influence on our life and on our experience of life. But if you give a thought your energy and your attention, then it instantaneously influences your life and your experience of life. And if you focus on that thought with a lot of intensity or for a long period of time, a long duration, then that thought literally physicalizes itself. That thought hardens into fact. Because if you focus on a thought long enough, something will be made manifest for better or for worse. But the only way it becomes made manifest is by our focus. The thought in and of itself has no influence on the physical reality. But when you combine the thought with focus, plus time and intensity, things are created. Knowing this formula is a way to access freedom, and it's a way to access empowerment. Freedom in the sense of realizing that if a thought comes up, it doesn't really matter. If a thought comes up, it doesn't matter. It only matters, it only turns into matter when you focus on it. But if the thought gets none of your attention, it's gone. It evaporates because it was illusory in nature to begin with. So just take a little bit of time right now to practice the art, the skill of noticing thoughts and giving them zero attention. It's like the great analogy of standing on the side of a river and boats float by and drive by. The boat symbolizes your thought. Just allow it to go on by. You don't have to jump on every single boat that passes you by. Just let it float. Let it keep going. And if you notice that boat, don't even notice it, but don't look at it as it floats by. The faster you can transition from noticing a thought to letting it pass by and not moving your eyes with it, the more free you will feel. The longer you hold your eyes on a thought, the more enslaved you will feel. So, really just tuning into that amazing ability that you have within you. And it gets better with time and it gets better with practice, but it's already there. Tune into your ability to not get distracted by thought. So, doing this practice is incredibly freeing because you realize that if a thought comes up, it doesn't matter. And the only reason or the only way it turns into matter and it alters your 3D experience of life is if you focus on it. So, that is why it is freeing and it's simultaneously empowering because you know, in order to create anything in your life and to influence matter, all you have to do is focus your mind on something. That's it. If you want the reality outside of you to change, all you have to do is focus your mind on something. If you focus your mind on something with intensity for a prolonged period of time, your reality will change. And that thought will matter and it will turn into matter. So, in honor of utilizing your gifts and igniting global awakening, let us take some time to focus our mind on what we want. What do you want with your life? What do you want to create? Who do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? And decide to focus your mind on that. And just notice the moment you focus your mind on that, it instantaneously alters your your physical vessel, your biology. Your cells begin vibrating at a different frequency. Your brain begins to conjure up a different experience. New neural connections are being created, old ones dissolving, all as a result of focusing your mind. So let's take 3 minutes of silence. 3 minutes of silence where you are focusing your mind on what you want. In the moment a doubt or a thought comes up, do not give it any of your attention and instead take ownership of where your focus goes and direct it on what you want. And if your mind wanders off 100 times, you bring it back 101 times. Let us do that now. 3 minutes of silence start now. Allowing this focus to influence your behavior, allowing to influence what you decide to say and do for the rest of today. Whatever you are focusing on, you will create. Whatever you allow to float on by will disappear. Your mind is inherently illusory and does not influence anything. And the only way it does influence your reality and your experience is by the combination of your focus. Focus your mind on what you want, always. That is it for today's meditation. If you enjoyed it, please share it with the world. Please share it with somebody who you care about. Thank you.